All right, let's take a genuine moment, right here and now. I want you to truly settle in. Maybe even close your eyes for just a few seconds and visualize something that might feel uncomfortably familiar. Picture this scenario. It's morning. You've had what you thought was a decent night's sleep. You go to swing your legs out of bed, intending to stand up and start your day, but there's a hesitation. Your legs feel heavy, surprisingly weak, almost like that strange, wobbly feeling of jello. Standing takes a conscious effort. Maybe you even need to steady yourself against the nightstand or the wall. Later, you reach for that glass of water or try to lift something simple, perhaps a book, and notice a slight trembling in your arms. It's not just tiredness. It's a distinct lack of the usual steady strength you once took for granted. Or perhaps you're visiting family, and you pause at the bottom of a flight of stairs, feeling a quiet sense of dread because you know the climb is going to be a struggle, and feeling unsteady on your feet is becoming a common occurrence. Then, a wave of concern, maybe even a little panic, strikes you. How did this happen? Where did this strength go? This feeling of losing control over your own body. It's unsettling, isn't it? What if I told you that this isn't necessarily just the inevitable, unavoidable decline of old age? What if I told you that the true perpetrator, the silent thief gradually stealing your strength and independence, is already working inside your body, often without you even realizing? It's happening until it's significantly progressed. Even if you feel relatively healthy, even if you're over 60, over 70, or even over 80, you can fight back against this process, and by the end of reading these sentences, you're going to learn about one surprisingly simple, accessible food that can make a dramatic difference in preserving and even helping to rebuild your precious muscle mass. Remain with me. Let these words sink in. Did you realize that your muscles might be deteriorating right now? It's not your imagination, that feeling of a peculiar, creeping weakness that seems to be settling in. The stark, often unspoken reality is that after the age of 50, your body begins to silently break down muscular tissue at an accelerated rate. This process often occurs without any immediate discomfort or noticeable symptoms under your radar in its early stages. Think of it like rust silently forming on a metal structure. You don't see the weakening until the structure starts to falter. This insidious process has a name: sarcopenia, and it is relentlessly robbing millions of older adults of their strength, their vitality, and crucially, their independence. Have you ever woken up feeling inexplicably worn out, even after a full night's sleep? Found yourself needing an extra hand to get out of a deep couch or a low chair? Or felt that concerning unsteadiness when navigating uneven ground or climbing stairs? These aren't merely minor annoyances or a simple fact of getting older. They can very well be the fingerprints of sarcopenia. What's most concerning is how rarely this condition is discussed in depth during routine doctor's visits, despite its profound impact on quality of life and overall health outcomes for older adults. Yet, it is the underlying cause of the loss of function, affecting millions of seniors worldwide. Sarcopenia is now formally recognized as a disease by major global health organizations, including the World Health Organization. Unlike many illnesses that signal their presence through acute pain or fever, sarcopenia functions in the background. There are no immediate calls for distress, no obvious red flags demanding immediate attention. It gradually, almost imperceptibly, undermines your physical capabilities until the evidence becomes undeniable and often significantly impactful. Think about the consequences: compromised equilibrium, leading to increased fall risk, a generalized weakness in the legs that makes walking longer distances or standing for periods difficult, trouble getting out of chairs or the bed without assistance, more frequent and unexplained falls that can lead to serious injuries like fractures, reduced grip strength making it hard to open jars or carry bags, a decrease in overall energy levels, a startling truth revealed by studies, including significant research from institutions like Harvard Medical School, highlights the scale of the problem. Even if you consider yourself healthy and maintain a balanced diet, You may lose up to 33% of your muscle mass after the age of 60, but here's the worst part. For many individuals, this significant and impactful loss begins decades earlier, typically starting silently. When they are in their 50s, this is not just about being an athlete. This is about the fundamental muscle mass needed for basic human function, for mobility, for metabolism, for living independently. The mechanisms behind sarcopenia are complex, but relate significantly to aging processes. A decrease in the body's ability to efficiently synthesize new muscle protein from the food we eat. Hormonal changes like decreases in testosterone and growth hormone, increased chronic low-grade inflammation, and often a reduction in physical activity which provides the stimulus for muscle maintenance. All these factors converge to tip the balance from muscle building towards muscle breakdown. This condition doesn't just affect physical strength, it impacts metabolic health too. Muscle tissue is metabolically active. Losing it can slow metabolism, affect blood sugar regulation, and contribute to weight gain or difficulty managing weight. It's a vicious cycle. Less muscle leads to less activity, which leads to more muscle loss, further reducing activity and metabolic function. This one click, this decision to continue reading these sentences, could make all the difference. If you or someone you care deeply about is over 50 and noticing these subtle or not so subtle changes, understanding this is the crucial first step to fighting back. But please do not despair. While the picture I've painted of sarcopenia is stark and realistic, it is not a sentence to inevitable frailty. This is where the incredibly good news comes in. A message of hope that challenges the outdated notion that muscle degeneration is an unchangeable part of aging. Recent groundbreaking discoveries in nutritional science are showing us that this decline is manageable. The process can be slowed, and in many cases, significant strength and muscle mass can be restored or preserved, even in advanced age. Imagine regaining that ease of movement, that confidence in your balance, that ability to perform daily tasks without struggle. What if I told you that certain simple, accessible dietary changes can effectively undo some of this covert loss of your strength? That focusing on specific foods can sometimes be a more practical, powerful, and side effect-free intervention for helping older adults strengthen their muscles than relying solely on other methods. In a moment, I am going to reveal one specific food, just a single, often overlooked food that can be a powerful weapon in your arsenal against muscle loss, particularly when consumed at a certain time. A food that provides your muscles with exactly what they need to fight breakdown and support repair. Before I share this life-altering information, this surprisingly simple game changer that many people, and frankly, not enough healthcare professionals, discuss, please take just a second to hit the notification bell and subscribe to our channel. Every week, we are dedicated to bringing you important, evidence-based health insights, just like this one. Information that could significantly raise your standard of living, preserve your independence, and empower you with knowledge about your own body's amazing capabilities. Our upcoming video might be just what you or a loved one needs to hear to continue on this path to better health and longevity. So, make sure you don't miss it. Subscribe now. Are you prepared for the revelation? Are you ready for the incredibly uplifting discovery about a simple food that can be your powerful ally in the fight against age-related muscle loss? Get ready. The one food that stands out for its particular effectiveness in combating muscle loss, especially when strategically timed in your diet, is cottage cheese. Yes, humble, often forgotten cottage cheese. For older adults specifically, cottage cheese is a truly underappreciated food in terms of its profound benefits for muscle health and preservation. The reason cottage cheese is such a powerhouse lies primarily in its protein structure. Cottage cheese is exceptionally high in a type of protein called casein protein. This is in contrast to whey protein, another dairy protein. While whey is fantastic for rapid delivery of amino acids after a workout, casein has a dramatically different property. It has a slow rate of digestion, Let's break this down because understanding why this matters is crucial. When you consume cottage cheese, the casein protein within it forms a gel-like structure, or curd, in your stomach due to the acidic environment. This curd is then broken down and absorbed much more slowly than other proteins. Instead of flooding your bloodstream with amino acids all at once, casein releases them gradually, over a period of several hours. Think of it not as a sudden downpour of building blocks, but as a steady, sustained drip feed of essential amino acids into your system. Why is this slow release so incredibly beneficial, particularly for older adults and especially when consumed at certain times? As we age, our muscles become somewhat less responsive to the signals that tell them to grow and repair, a phenomenon sometimes called anabolic resistance. To stimulate muscle protein synthesis, the process of building and repairing muscle tissue, older adults often need a larger and more sustained supply of amino acids compared to younger individuals. Casein's slow digestion provides just that, a prolonged elevation of amino acids in the bloodstream, maximizing the window during which muscle synthesis can occur and, critically, minimizing muscle protein breakdown. This slow digesting nature makes cottage cheese ideal for specific times when your body might otherwise enter a catabolic state, meaning it starts breaking down tissue for energy. The most significant of these times is often during sleep. When you sleep, you're typically fasting for 6 to 8 hours or even longer, without incoming nutrients. Your body may increase muscle protein breakdown to provide amino acids for other bodily functions. Consuming cottage cheese before bed provides that steady stream of amino acids throughout the night, essentially helping to counter the overnight breakdown and keeping your muscles nourished and in a more anabolic building or anti-catabolic preventing breakdown state while you rest. This continuous support is vital for preserving mass and aiding recovery. Seniors can feel stronger, more resilient, and more energized when they wake up because their muscles have been supported throughout the night. Beyond the incredible power of casein, cottage cheese is loaded with other vital elements that collectively support muscle health. It is a fantastic source of calcium, which is absolutely essential for healthy bones. While this might seem unrelated to muscles, strong bones provide the necessary framework and leverage for muscles to function effectively. Osteoporosis, which weakens bones and increases fracture risk, is more common in seniors. By promoting bone health with calcium-rich foods like cottage cheese, you simultaneously create a more stable and supportive environment for your muscles, reducing the risk of falls and injuries that can severely impact mobility. Calcium is also directly involved in the electrical signals that cause muscle contractions, so adequate intake is necessary for proper muscle function. Cottage cheese is also an excellent source of several B vitamins, particularly vitamin B12. B vitamins are crucial for energy metabolism, converting the food you eat into usable energy for your muscles. Vitamin B12, specifically, plays a critical role in red blood cell production, which carry oxygen to muscles and the health of nerve cells. Nerve function is absolutely critical for muscle strength and coordination. It's the nervous system that tells your muscles when and how to contract. Deficiencies in B12, which are more common in older adults, can lead to muscle weakness, fatigue, and even neurological issues that impair mobility and balance, including cottage cheese. Helps ensure you're getting enough of this important vitamin to maintain optimal muscular and nervous system function. Furthermore, cottage cheese provides a good amount of phosphorus, another mineral vital for bone health and energy metabolism. It plays a role in the formation of ATP, the body's primary energy currency used by muscle cells during contraction. With about 25 grams of high-quality protein per cup, though this varies slightly by type, cottage cheese offers a significant boost to your daily protein intake in a single serving. As we noted earlier, seniors often need more protein than younger adults to stimulate muscle protein synthesis effectively. Cottage cheese provides this in a convenient, digestible form, Its protein profile also includes essential amino acids, the ones your body cannot produce on its own and must get from food, which are indispensable for muscle growth, regeneration, and repair. The practicality of cottage cheese also makes it a winner. It's relatively inexpensive, widely available, and incredibly versatile. It can be eaten plain, mixed with fruits like berries or walnuts, also muscle-friendly, used in savory dishes, or blended into smoothies. This ease of incorporation means you can consistently provide your muscles with this powerful nutrient source without complicated meal prep. Consider this while many focus on protein intake after exercise. Ensuring your muscles have a steady supply of amino acids around the clock, including overnight, is a strategic advantage in the fight against sarcopenia. Cottage cheese, with its slow-release casein, is uniquely positioned to provide this crucial overnight support. This simple food, cottage cheese, when included regularly in your diet, particularly as an evening snack, offers a straightforward, yet profoundly effective strategy to help prevent age-related muscle loss and preserve your strength and vitality. It's not a miracle cure in isolation, but when combined with even modest physical activity, which is made more possible when you feel stronger, its effects are cumulative and powerful. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated regimes. The power to protect your muscles, your balance, and your ability to enjoy an active, independent life is right there, in simple, accessible foods. Don't wait for the weakness to become debilitating. Don't wait until you've had that terrifying fall that shakes your confidence. Don't wait until you can't get out of a chair without assistance. You can begin protecting your muscles and reversing some of the age-related changes today by making conscious choices about what you eat. Are you surprised by the power of cottage cheese, especially for overnight muscle support? Have you ever thought about timing your protein intake this way? We'd love to hear your thoughts, or if you plan to give this a try tonight, leave a comment below and let us know. Your experiences can also inspire others. If you found this deep dive into cottage cheese and muscle health truly helpful, please show your support by hitting the like button. And critically, if you know someone, a parent, a friend, a grandparent, a neighbor, who might be experiencing issues with strength, balance, or mobility, please share this video with them. It could be the simple piece of information that makes a monumental difference in their life, their confidence, and their independence. Your simple act of sharing could literally change their future trajectory, away from frailty and towards continued vitality. Remember, the startling reality is that the choices you make with the food in your kitchen today may determine your strength, your freedom, and your quality of life for years and even decades to come. Proper nutrition can help repair and preserve muscle loss, unlike many other age-related changes, but the sooner you begin, the more effective it will be before losses become irreversible. Include cottage cheese in your diet, especially as part of your evening routine 3 or 4 times a week. Select plain, sugar-free varieties and add your own healthy flavorings like berries or a sprinkle of nuts. This small, consistent action can help protect what others your age might be losing quickly. You literally hold the power to maintain your mobility, your muscles, and your quality of life. Are you going to do something about it today?